Yo, what up, 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 what up? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, beloveds. Happy Tuesday. We are here. Another episode of SRDaily, episode 350. Halfway to the next milestone, episode 400. We are getting the other device on, and we are now live on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. What's the deal, family? What's the deal? Happy Truthful Tuesday, another Tuesday, moving right along in week 71 here on SRDaily, 350 episodes in. I am super excited and grateful, and we halfway to 400, yo. We almost there at 400, man. From 300 to 400 is a journey. We 50 episodes in, 50 episodes away. I'm grateful. I'm excited. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. It is Earth Day as well. Happy Earth Day. Happy Earth Day. It is Earth Day. It is Earth Day. I'm super excited. I love the planet. Didn't always. I might have said I did, but I didn't show it. But today we love the planet and we are grateful and excited. It is Earth Day. It is Earth Day. Truthful Tuesday. I love the planet. Got a super cool show lined up for you guys. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Hit that share button. Share this live with 5 to 10 of your peoples who may be interested in tuning in. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't keep the good vibes to yourself. Hit that share button. Hit that share button. Share this live with 5 to 10 of your peoples. And let's spread the word. Let's spread the word. Let's spread the good vibes. Let's spread the good vibes. It is Tuesday, April 22nd, 2025, rolling right along with the program. I'm super excited and grateful and looking forward to this Earth Day. I got a full day ahead of me, an absolutely full day. But we can handle it, man. We can handle it. We're gonna make this work. You heard. We're gonna make this thing work. And we are gonna start with our first segment, today's first segment. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. All right, today's first segment is our hold on one second. What happened to the Okay, yeah, no. Wait. What happened? Oh no. I think I got something got lost. Something got lost somewhere and I don't know where it is. Something got lost. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. But come on in the meantime. Hit that share button. Share this live. Something got missing. Okay, here it is. This one. Oh, I was reading it on the phone, not the computer. I should have read it on the computer. Oh no, it was reading it here. Hold on 1 second. And we are getting the thing rolling. Yeah, okay. So yeah, today's first segment, my bad guys. Today's first segment is our word of the day. Today's word, right? It is Earth Day. So we are keeping it with the theme of the planet, of Earth, of our mother. Earth is our mother. Earth nourishes us, sustains us, fuels us, gives us all that we need. We are made from Earth. Literally everything on Earth, the elements is within us. Yeah, super excited, man. So our word of the day is environmentalism. Now, I grew up, right, thinking that, oh, those people are environmentalists, right? Oh, environmentalism is only that. But let's define environmentalism, because as I've grown, right, at 41 years of age, all of the things that I've learned in my journey, specifically the last 18 years, being home from prison, changing my life, shifting my mindset, getting really into my community, getting really into myself, really starting to understand things around me and the planet and all of that stuff, I come to love environmentalism. So environmentalism is defined as concern about and action aimed at protecting the environment. Concern about and action aimed at protecting the environment. Some people say, well, I don't care about the environment, right? Let's keep reading. Political and ethical movement that seeks to improve and protect the quality of the natural environment through changes to environmentally harmful human activities. Once again, somebody can say, well, I don't really care about the environment. Like, that's their job, right? What I've learned is that it's our job, the natural quality of the natural environment. We are natural beings. We are part of the environment. We are not separate. When we begin to see ourselves as humans, as part of the environment, then we can all become environmentalists, right? But let's keep reading. Through the adoption of forms of political, economic, and social organization that are thought to be necessary for, or at least conducive to, the benign treatment of the environment by humans, and through a reassessment of humanity's relationship with nature. We need to reassess our relationship with nature. In various ways, environmentalism claims that living things other than humans and the natural environment as a whole are deserving of consideration and reasoning about the morality of political, economic, and social policies. It's powerful. In various ways, environmentalism claims that living things other than human beings, meaning the animals, the plants, right, and the natural environment as a whole, meaning us included, are deserving of consideration and reasoning about the morality of political, economic, and social policies. We cannot continue to have policies that destroy the earth. We cannot continue to have policies that destroy the earth. We cannot continue to have policies that destroy the earth, whether they're social, political, or economic. We cannot continue to have policies that focus on profit over people, especially those that focus on profit over the planet. We are exploiting our planet. We are destroying our planet. We are destroying the rainforest. We are we're destroying it for the law, the idea of modernization, right? And we're destroying it for the idea of overconsumption, or just overconsumption, and eating too much and producing too many clothing items, cheap clothing items. Fast fashion is terrible. Shein, Temu, all those places are absolutely terrible for the environment. We need to put better protections on the environment. And yes, this is a federal thing, but this is also an individual thing. This is an individual, personal thing. Can you make personal decisions that are better for the environment? Can you eat better? Most people don't want to eat better, right? Most people, I can eat what I want. They want to eat the animals, yet they say they care about the environment. They want Trump to fix it. They want this person to fix it. They say Trump can't fix it. Meanwhile, they do nothing. They do nothing to make the environment better. They don't compost. They don't do neighborhood cleanups, and they damn sure ain't changing their diet. This is a travesty, an absolute travesty. But here we are. Here we are, 2025, and we need to get better because the earth is freaking falling apart and we are dying. Our earth is dying. We are dying. Like is a little crazy on this planet right now, right? But let's move right along to our second segment of the day. Today's second segment, our need to know news of the day, is on, we want to read an article on autism. We want to read an article on autism. This is from the Emergency Email and Wireless Network, emergencymail.org. This is breaking health news, right? This is very important stuff to read and understand. As we see with RFK, a lot of talk about autism, a lot of talk about the food and that connection. So let's read. Why are autism rates rising? The U.S. government released new data this week showing that rates of autism diagnosis among U.S. children reached record highs in 2022. Autism is a neurological and developmental condition marked by disruptions in brain signaling that cause people to behave, communicate, interact, and learn in atypical ways. Autism diagnoses in the United States have increased significantly since 2000, intensifying public concern over what might contribute to its prevalence. Here is what you need to know. How is autism diagnosed? There are no objective tools for diagnosing autism spectrum disorder, ASD, the medical name for autism, such as blood tests or brain scans. Instead, diagnoses are made based on observations and interviews. The term spectrum reflects the wide range of possible manifestations. Some people with ASD may have good conversation skills, while others may be nonverbal. Some may be acutely sensitive to sounds, touch, or other triggers. Some may have restricted or repetitive behaviors or interests. Some may need help with daily living, while others require little or no support. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends screening all children for autism at 18 and 24 months, when most children will begin to show symptoms. Yet the average age of diagnosis remains close to 4 years in the U.S. and 5 years globally. How common is autism? What's going on, sister? How common is autism? By 2022, the U.S. autism rate in 8-year-olds was 1 in 31, or 3.2%. up from 2.77% in 2020, 2.27% in 2018, and 0.66% in 2000. According to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, a 2021 study from England, that was from according to the U.S. A 2021 study from England put the rate in children there are, in 2021, in a 20 to, this is confusing, sometimes the way some of these people be writing is like a little crazy. A 2021 study from England put the rate in children there at 1.76%, up from 1.57% in 2009. The World Health Organization estimates the worldwide prevalence in children at 1%, up from 0.62% in 2012, with the caveat that many countries lack the resources to identify cases and report them. What causes autism? The causes of autism are unclear. There is widespread speculation among scientists that its neurological characteristics may develop in utero when the fetal brain is being wired. Studies have linked autism to maternal factors in pregnancy, and some research suggests a link to birth complications and timing. Genetic factors account for about 80% of the risk for developing autism, research suggests. A growing area of investigation focuses on epigenetics, the interactions between genetic and environmental factors. One theory suggests that a woman's exposure to air pollution or harmful contaminants before or during pregnancy may trigger a genetic mutation leading to autism in her child. It's funny, right? See, this is why, like reading comprehension, it's not funny. Autism is not funny at all. But reading comprehension. So there are people who will say that food has no impact on autism, that your diet does not impact autism. There are people who will say that, right? They will say RFK is bugging. The doctors know what they're talking about. Don't listen to this guy. He was a drug addict. Reading comprehension. This is a theory. One theory suggests that a woman's exposure to air pollution or harmful contaminants before or during pregnancy. So that means that the red dot 40, the yellow 40, right? All the harmful chemicals that's in our food can have an impact in a woman's body during or before pregnancy. It can also impact the man, obviously, and his sperm, right? This shit is deep, but you just got to comprehend. You got to read what's not there. I told my children that the other day. They didn't understand it, but they will. Read what's not there, see what's not there, hear what's not being said. Gene variations in some people with autism strengthen the evidence for a genetic component. Among the genetic disorders linked with the higher risk for autism are Fragile X syndrome, tuberous sclerosis complex, Phelan-McDermid syndrome, and Prader-Willi syndrome. I don't know what those are. Pardon me. Other potential risk factors may include very low birth weight, jaundice as a newborn, complications in utero or during birth, having an unhealthy assortment of organisms living in the intestines, which can come from food, immune system disorders, which can come from food, having a sibling with autism, and parental factors such as age, obesity, and diabetes. Obesity, diabetes, food-related, 100%. Food matters, yo. Like, people don't get it. And people don't want to listen to us, the people who really care. They listen to the fucking doctors who don't give a shit about you, your children. They don't care. All they care about is making money, man. People care, and we can read and comprehend and understand, and we are saying that food impacts health. Not just like, oh, man, like, it's frustrating because, like, it's I guess it's not so common. Right. But let's finish up this article, guys. U.S. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and other public figures have promoted a theory. Mind you, I didn't even read this article prior, right? I didn't even read this article prior. I found it. I saw it. I didn't read the full thing, so I don't even know that they was talking about RFK in here. U.S. Health Secretary RFK, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and other public figures have promoted a theory, contrary to scientific evidence, that childhood vaccines, also vaccines, are a cause of autism. The idea stems from a since debunked study from British researchers Andrew Wakefield in the late 90s that connected a rise in autism diagnosis with widespread use of the measles vaccine. No rigorous studies have found links between autism and vaccines or medications or their components, such as thimerosal or formaldehyde. Vaccination rates have declined as autism rates have climbed. Why are autism rates rising? Researchers largely attribute the rise in autism diagnosis to more widespread screening and the inclusion of a wider range of behaviors to describe the condition. I understand that. Historically, the definition of autism included moderate to severe intellectual disabilities. Today, doctors recognize that the most severe forms account for only about 25% of cases. In 2013, mental health experts combined what had been 3 separate diagnoses: autistic disorder, Asperger's disorder, and pervasive development disorder under the umbrella of autism spectrum disorder. An October 2024 study of U.S. insurance claims data found the insurance claims data found the largest increase in diagnoses were in groups with low screening rates in the past, including young adults, females, and children from some racial or ethnic minority groups, Black folks. Researchers have also noted that certain risk factors have become more common, such as having been born prematurely or to older parents. I know a guy who's about 60-something, he got about 3 of his children got autism. Diagnoses of more severe forms of disorder known as profound autism have not risen as dramatically as rates of non-profound autism, the CDC has reported. Kennedy has said, without scientific evidence, that environmental factors are to blame for autism's rising prevalence and that he plans to commission studies to identify them. Are there treatments? There are no treatments or cures for autism, nor can it be reversed. That's a lie. However, experts agree that early diagnosis is crucial. Intervention with supportive measures, ideally before age 3, is critical for improving cognitive, social, and communication skills. We know that anything developed in the human body could be reversed. We know that. It's common knowledge. We are gods in the flesh. Such measures can include speech therapy, occupational therapy, social skills training, sensory integration therapy, visual aids, structured routines, individualized education plans, family therapy, and providing a calm and predictable environment. Powerful, powerful, powerful. It was probably all the Reese's Puffs I was eating. Oh, sister, peace and love, sending you love, sending you love. It's crazy because, again, I found this article earlier. I knew I was going to read this before I sent you the live, right? So thank you for tuning in. But yeah, man, we got to come together and we got to address this issue, right? Because, like, you know, it's affecting our children, it's affecting our families, it's affecting our babies. It's affecting us. It's affecting our communities, right? But let's move right along to our third segment of the day. Today's third segment, as always, is our tip of the day. And today's tip is save the earth, save yourself. That's the freaking tip. Today is Earth Day, yo. Save the earth, save yourself, do your part. Even the United Nations has talked about how veganism, this is always, yo. I don't know what I'm talking about, though, right? People who will say, Sugar Ray don't know what you're talking about. Sugar Ray I don't want you to follow me. I'm following something else that I learned, that I became aware of, right? So, like, follow the way. But even the United Nations talked about how veganism can make the planet better. Let's see what the United Nations had to say. So, United Nations, they said, it was the thing I shared in one of my presentations a couple years ago. A global shift towards a vegan diet is vital to save the world from hunger, in poverty, and the worst impacts of climate change, right? But let's see. So the United Nations has recognized the potential of plant-based diets, including veganism, in mitigating climate change and improving human health. While not explicitly advocating for everyone to become vegan, UN reports highlight the significant positive impact of reducing meat and dairy consumption on the environment and human well-being. Here's a more detailed look at the UN's perspective. Climate change mitigation. A major UN report on land use and climate change prepared by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC, notes that reducing meat and dairy consumption can help fight global warming. We got a lot. Listen, man. It is. They got more, right? So you can research it, but I got a specific thing I want to read, which is here, right? Yes, so humans can take better care of the earth by reducing consumption, reusing and recycling materials, conserving energy and water, and making conscious purchasing choices. Additionally, promoting sustainable practices like composting. Most people don't compost, they don't know what that is. Supporting local businesses, shop local, stop as much as you can, right? Stop buying stuff from freaking China and overseas, right? Like, especially that cheap fast fashion, Temu, Shein, and all those other bullshit. Stop buying it. And engaging in community cleanups can collectively contribute to a healthier planet. Right, here are some things, those things broken down. Reduce consumption. Refuse unnecessary items. Avoid over-packaged goods, single-use plastics, and items you don't truly need. Stop buying bullshit. Buy less. Be mindful of your purchasing habits and only buy what you need. All right, that's subjective because somebody based on their career may need a little more clothing than somebody else, right? So subjective, but yes, buy less. Choose reusable over single use. Opt for reusable water bottles, shopping bags, and containers instead of disposable ones. Reuse and recycle. Properly recycle. Understand your local recycling guidelines and sort your waste accordingly. Upcycle and repurpose. Give old items a new life by transforming them into something else. Shop secondhand. Buy gently used clothes, furniture, and other items to reduce demand for new products. Conserve energy and water. Use energy efficient appliances. Switch to LED light bulbs. My lights, LED, right? and other energy-saving devices. Unplug devices when not in use. Avoid phantom energy waste from electronics that's not being used. Unplug it. I could do a better job at unplugging my stuff over here, right? And I will do a better job at that. Got it. Conserve water. Take shorter showers, fix leaks, and use water-efficient appliances. Walk, bike, or carpool. We rode bikes this weekend, like 3 days. We rode bikes. Ride bikes. We could have took Ubers. We could have took the train or the bus, but we decided to ride bikes. And I had a vision, as you guys know, in the next couple of years, I am getting more into city planning. Speaking of which, I got a meeting today with a student journalist after the show to talk about the rezoning here in Long Island City, our plan for the Western Queens Community Land Trust, the Queensboro People Space, and ultimately all of that is part of my vision for city planning. And so I'm getting into the planning and development of cities. I want my own city. I will have my own city. It will be a bikeable, walkable city. You'll be able to bike the whole city, walk the whole city. There will be minimal cars in my city, right? Yeah, it's gonna be dope. We getting it, right? Reduce your reliance on cars and consider alternative transportation. Make conscious purchasing choices. Buy local. Support local businesses and farmers to reduce transportation emissions. Just spoke about that. Choose sustainable products. Opt for products made from recycled materials or renewable resources. Be mindful of chemicals. Use less toxic cleaning products and personal care items. A lot of our cleaning products, a lot of our personal care items, the makeups, the shampoos, the conditioners, the toothpaste are terrible for the environment. To produce them is terrible. Stop using them. Other ways to help, of course, compost, turn food scraps and yard waste into valuable fertilizer. Plant trees. Trees help absorb carbon dioxide and provide habitat for wildlife. There was a whole movement. I think there is still a movement. When I was in farm school, it was a million trees or something like that. We want to plant 1 million trees by a certain year, right? Like, and we've planted trees. I've given friends trees. One of my brothers, Corey Gums, Amari Bay, one of our dear brothers, Minister Hotep, passed away. I gave Brother Amari a tree to plant in his yard in honor of Minister Hotep. I planted a tree in Queensbridge, just to plant a tree, right? I love things like this. It's hidden. Pastor, I love environment. I love environmental things, and I actually need to organize a cleanup before the summer in my neighborhood. Support environmental organizations. Donate or volunteer. Donate to or volunteer with organizations working to protect the environment. Understand that better food is also protecting the environment. What we do at the Connected Chef with buying from local farms, providing fresh fruits and vegetables to folks that don't got to travel, that is part of protecting the environment, 100%. And guys, let's move right along to our fourth and final segment of the day. Mona Love, what's up, baby girl? Let's move right on to our fourth and final segment of the day, our build of the day before we get out of here. Today's build, keeping with the idea of self-care, self-love, right, and all of the things from yesterday, environmentalism, autism, Earth Day, all of the things. The build of the day is, can you love yourself without loving the planet? Can you love yourself? Can you love God without loving the planet, right? Can you love the divine without loving the planet? Can you? I don't know. I don't personally think so. I think that you could, I think a lot of people, myself included at times, we say we love ourselves because we know if we say we don't love ourselves, people are going to think we crazy. They're going to think we want to commit suicide and all of those things. So to avoid conversation that may be unnecessary, we say, yeah, I love myself. Of course I love myself, right? We get dressed, we go out, we go to the movies, we do things, but we poison our bodies, right? That's number one. Number two is we violate our community. We violate the environment. How can you love yourself if you don't love the environment? Save yourself. Save the environment. Save the environment. Save yourself. I don't know, Mona. We talk often about, or we've laughed about Heroes, the show Heroes that was on a couple of years back. It was like, save the cheerleader, save the world. Save the cheerleader, save the world. Save the planet. Save yourself. If you really love yourself, you will focus on saving the planet. Don't think that, yes, planets die, and like, yes, they're in 100-something years, we may be really living on another planet, right? Like, that's very real. But like, protect this one. While we're here, protect it. Don't let it go to waste. Like, and don't, like, we got to do better. And it starts with education. We got to get more educated, right? We got to understand what's going on. We got to pay attention to politics, because the politicians are freaking destroying the planet. Some on their own merit, and some at the will of billionaires and these people who got all of this money, who don't know what to do with themselves, who don't love themselves, right? And they think that they can just find life on another planet without protecting this one. They just want to destroy this one in the name of profit. right? Planet over profit, man. Like you see, I got my earth is right here in the middle of my shirt. I got my World Healer shirt on. The earth is right there, right? Justice, freedom, truth, love, peace, community, harmony, family, right? All the good stuff, man. But yeah. Can you love yourself without loving the planet? Can you love yourself without loving the planet? Can you? See, we got any comments here? Chime in, please chime in. What do you think? Do you think you can love yourself without loving the planet? And what does self-love look like when you love the planet in your community, right? I spoke about when we did Bless the Corners on Saturday and how Mona and Eddie, specifically Eddie mostly, was in Queensbridge. He's not from Queensbridge, doesn't live in Queensbridge, right? He's not even from New York. He moved here a couple years ago, lives in Brooklyn. But during our Bless the Corners, he's walking, he's picking up trash that people are just throwing on the floor. Yeah, some of these people say they love themselves. They don't even love the community. You're letting dogs shit just stay there. You let your dog shit and you don't clean it up. That says you don't love your community. If you don't love your community, you are a product of your community. You are a part of your community. How do you love yourself? How can you love yourself if you don't even understand how letting the dog shit fall on the ground, stay on the ground, can harm you? How can you love yourself? And so now the question goes, is it subjective? Right? Is loving yourself subjective? Is there levels to it? Right? Because you may exercise because you love yourself, but then you put terrible food in your body. Right? You may put great food in your body, you may exercise, but then you drink. Right? You may not drink, you may eat well, you may exercise, but then you litter in the community. Right? Like, is that really loving self? Yo, Natima Cherie, what's going on? Peace and love, peace and love. Thank you for tuning in. Is that self-love? Can you love yourself in that way? I don't think so. Right? So this is something that we really need to, as humans, individuals, and within our groups and our families, with our friends, right? Like when we're hanging out, we need to have real conversations. I understand talking sports. I understand talking TV shows. I understand talking about real family, personal things. But like, there has to be a space where we talk about how do we make our planet better? How do we save our planet? How do we ensure that our children have a healthy planet to live on, that the air quality improves? The air quality is terrible in a lot of places. I know in my neighborhood, in these neighborhoods, of Story Long Island City, they call part of it Asthma Alley because of the freaking big environmental, the big smokestacks, right? Like they call this Asthma Alley. My mama developed asthma since living in this neighborhood. My mama developed asthma. She didn't have asthma growing up. She didn't have asthma as a young adult, right? It wasn't until years after living in Queens. When she first moved to Queens, she didn't have asthma. But after living in Queensbridge for years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, she developed asthma, right? It's insane. This air quality is terrible, right? Like we don't even understand. Like we say we hate rats, we say we hate rodents, we hate the roaches and things like that, but we throw our trash on the floor. It's food. We walk by, somebody had like on my block, somebody had the McDonald's, like the container that the sandwich comes in was one place, right? And then the bag was a few feet down. Nobody understands, like the people, well, not nobody, but people don't understand how that contributes to the rodents. People don't see that. They don't see in Queensbridge how when you eat and you just throw your food behind you in the grass, how that contributes to the rodents, right? So we need education, right? We need 100% environmental education. We need more demonstrations, composting demonstrations, right? People need to know what to compost, why compost is beneficial. There was a composting site in Queensbridge in the park. People didn't understand it, so they said, we don't want that, we want parking. And I understand we need parking, but like composting is extremely important. Waste management, extremely important. I think I was inspired when I learned years ago that Bloomberg, part of his wealth he got from later in his life, but through waste management. Very important, right? Very important. So we got a lot to learn, guys. We got a lot to learn. We got a lot to do, right? But it starts with you, man. It starts with you. Today's Earth Day. Do something today for the Earth, man. Drink some juice, right? Like don't eat no meat, all right? Compost, right? You just read what compost is and get a compost bin, get a compost bag, right? Before I lived where I live now and had a compost bin outside, I used to put the freaking compost in my freezer. Put the compost in my freezer, the fruit scraps, the veggie scraps, I put it in my freezer, and once a week I would carry 3, 4, 5 bags sometime of freaking food scraps to the compost site. Right now they do the curbside pickup. I got the container. I got my compost bags in there. cut stuff up, I throw it outside, or I put it in the freezer and then throw it outside. But yeah, man, let's all do better. Yo, Hassad, what's going on, my brother? Peace and love. Peace and love. Thank you for tuning in. And guys, that is our show. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is your boy, LaShawn Sugar Marston, here on SR Daily, host and producer. This is episode 350 of SR Daily, 350 episodes in. We are halfway to our next milestone episode 400, which will be a live studio audience. It will be guest interviews. I'm super excited and looking forward to episode 400. I'm now going to start figuring it out, where we're going to do it at, make a commitment, get the location, start promoting it. We really want a full house next time. Really want a full house, our next live studio show. And with that, guys, that is a wrap. Please be sure to join us right back here tomorrow, same time, same place, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. for our Wellness Wednesday show tomorrow, right here on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Instagram Live. And remember, it ain't getting knocked down. That's the problem. It's staying down. So get up! The power is in you. As always, be kind to yourself and be kind to each other. Peace and love. SR Daily, baby. Yeah. We out.